Only 1 to 2% of people in the entire world have the INFJ personality type, which is one of the rarest in the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. However, their distinctive personality traits are visible in real-world situations. They frequently have a gift for intuiting what the emotions and thoughts of others are. The following is a list of the things only INFJ understands. Number 10. Cutting off toxic people as quickly as possible. INFJ men and INFJ women may at first have difficulty setting boundary lines with negative people, but once they do, they are very good at it. INFJ type will, at some point, reach their limit. Door slam is a response that an INFJ personality makes when they feel so abused by another person that they no longer have the emotions to condone anymore with that person's behavior. This personality type is known for having this response. Despite the fact that the door slam can occasionally be used in contexts that are uncontrolled and unprofessional. Usually when an INFJ slams the door at someone, they typically have a valid justification for doing so. Bear in mind that this personality type is extremely thoughtful and compassionate, therefore, before cutting off contact, INFJ men and INFJ women have probably already considered the benefits and drawbacks of the situation, and they may have put up with a number of infractions before terminating the connection or the companionship. Number 9. Being excessively organized in certain domains while being extremely disorganized in others. The individuals with the INFJ personality type is frequently caricatured as being extremely meticulous, organized, and neurotic in every facet of their lives. On the other hand, they are a complicated type that has a tendency to get wrapped up in one thing to the point where they ignore other significant aspects of their lives, or even their own health and well-being. Some INFJs can become so engrossed in their work that they lose sight of their own health, and may even let their living conditions become untidy as a result of their preoccupation. One possible explanation for this is that INFJs place a high priority on completing tasks to the very best of their abilities. An INFJ male or INFJ female who is meticulous and detailed in their work, but appears disorganized and messy when it comes to completing projects, is a good example of how their behavior is affecting both themselves and the people in their immediate environment. May do so because their logical and rational thought processes are inextricably bound up with their intuitive processes. They operate based on intuition, and the results may not always make sense to outsiders due to the fact that the ways in which they think and organize themselves may not be consistent with the norms that exist in the world. Nevertheless, this distinctive point of view is what enables them to be so successful in everything that they undertake. They have to make sure they take care of themselves if they want to keep their level of creativity and energy intact. Number 8. Keeping your guard up while actively looking for connections that mean something to you. INFJs are highly sensitive individuals who can suffer severe emotional trauma as a result of being treated poorly. Because of this, many INFJs have developed the ability to put up barriers whenever they interact with new people or allow others to peek into their private world. This can give the impression that they are uncaring and unapproachable, which is especially true when deep introverted feeling is the predominant personality function for INFJs. Strong intuitive abilities and a profound capacity for feeling are the hallmarks of a person with this type of personality. INFJs are people who are devoted, compassionate, and warm-hearted. They place a high value on the relationships they have with their close friends and family. They are also very sentimental, and they frequently experience a great deal of feeling in relation to the people they care about. INFJ men and INFJ women are highly sentimental and loving people, but it's possible that their emotional side doesn't always shine through because they tend to keep their hearts guarded. However, they are able to form deeper connections with those around them than anyone else. Number 7. Making use of your intuition in a manner that is appropriate at an early stage. People who know INFJs well may refer to them as a psychic. In general, INFJs are good at sensing things about other people and situations that other people don't pick up on. They frequently experience dreams or premonitions that come true, as well as intuitive understandings of people and situations that other people do not even realize they are aware of. It's not uncommon for intuitive types like INFJs to be able to make accurate forecasts and have a strong feeling about what's going to take place next. However, because they haven't yet learned how to trust their gut instincts, this could prove to be quite difficult for them. Some personality types may consider intuition to be less reliable than it actually is. Number 6. Having an adverse reaction to people who have insensitive dispositions. INFJs have a tendency to avoid interactions with people who are insensitive, emotionless, and insensitive to the feelings of others. INFJs are very and have a tendency to overthink and overanalyze everything that they do and say. This is why this occurs. They can't understand how other people can be so oblivious, cold, indifferent, or just completely lacking in empathy. It baffles them. Because of their heightened sensitivity, an INFJ may discover that it is more challenging than it is for other people to recover from the effects of being bullied. This is especially true for those who have been hurt on multiple occasions by individuals who portray themselves as mild-mannered and charitable, solely for the purpose of exposing their authentic selves. INFJs need to be aware of the people they surround themselves with, because other personality types may approach their feelings in a different way. Number 5. Obsessing over individuals in circumstances that, in the grand scheme of things, are of little significance. If you're an INFJ, you have a vivid imagination, which is a strength that can be put to good use when it comes to visualizing and bringing things into existence. On the other hand, this could be a recipe for disaster if you haven't yet learned how to control your anxiety or establish healthy boundaries with both yourself and other people. You have a good chance of being the person in social groups who does the advanced planning and anticipates any and all possible disagreements or roadblocks. When it comes to creative problem solving, your active imagination can be an extremely useful tool. However, it is simple for you to become distracted by your own thoughts and lose touch with the world around you. You may become easily entangled in the actions of others or the thoughts that others have of you, and you may become fixated on a problem for an excessively long period of time without coming up with solutions that are grounded in reality. If you have a pattern of fixating and obsessing over other people, you may also have a tendency to get involved in make-believe relationships. It is essential for INFJs to be ready for the twists and turns that life will inevitably bring, as there is no guarantee that things will go according to plan. In the event that things do not go according to plan, it is in your best interest to prioritize taking care of your emotional well-being. Number 4. Being able to read the feelings of other people and draw energy from them. INFJs are empathetic by nature and are keenly aware of the feeling of those in their immediate environment. They have a strong intuitive sense for what other people are feeling and frequently have the ability to read between the lines and see a clear picture. They also have a strong ability to pick up on body language and are frequently capable of identifying inconsistencies between what is being expressed and how a person actually feels about something. INFJs are typically good-hearted people who place a great deal of importance on the requirements of other people because of their high levels of sensitivity. As a result, they are extremely defenseless against exploitative individuals, such as narcissists, who seek to take advantage of them. As a result, it is essential for INFJs to cultivate a guidance system for emotional fraudsters and proceed cautiously in romantic relationships in order to steer clear of the kinds of toxic people who are attracted to them. In addition, it is necessary for them to practice grounding activities such as yoga and meditation in order to keep their energy levels high and to re-establish a connection with their own inner guidance. People who fit the INFJ personality type are said to have the highest levels of sensitivity of all the personality types, which gives them exceptional abilities as therapists. They are oversensitive to what other people require in their voyage towards self-improvement and are able to use their interpersonal skills to assist other people in achieving their objectives by assisting them in meeting their needs. Number 3. Giving the impression of having more than one personality. Don't worry if you've presented an INFJ with a challenging scenario, one of their personalities will be there to help you through it. In a short time, you will notice that the INFJ has a propensity to unravel in a variety of settings. This complicated type has a lot of different sides to their personality, many of which are in direct opposition to one another. One of the 4 functions that are associated with introverts and that are the least obvious and most private aspects of their cognitive processes is introverted intuition. They are typically difficult to access because they are found below the surface. As a consequence of this, their interests may be very spiritual or even paranormal, or they may appear to be quite serious in a conventional sense. Number 2. Having a need for solitude following interactions with other people. INFJs have the potential to be outgoing and friendly toward people they don't know well. However, even the most positive of their social interactions have the potential to quickly deplete their energy reserves. They have a requirement for time in order to take in and process social interactions in a manner that may be perceived as peculiar. If an INFJ person in your life suddenly disappears after a disagreement, it is essential to give them time to collect themselves and get some rest. They require some time to themselves to relax, and then can talk to you again later if they haven't slammed the door in your face. Don't worry too much if you don't hear from them after a positive interaction. Most of the time, they're just spending some time thinking about and processing the enjoyable memories they experienced. Number 1. Detaching oneself from the physical world in order to live solely in one's own head. The INFJ personality type frequently loses track of time or gets lost in thought, which can cause them to run into things. Sadly, a lot of INFJs will be able to relate to the humor in this sentence. They are acutely conscious of the reality that surrounds them, but in addition to this, they lead an intricate and eventful fantasy life, which they frequently retreat into on a daily basis. Within this imaginary world, they concoct overflowing connections, discussions, and occurrences that haven't actually taken place. Which of these 2 worlds does an INFJ consider to be more real? The solution is not as straightforward as it may first appear. The fact of the matter is that if you fully understand an INFJ really well, they've likely already had most of their multiple dialogues with you, despite the fact that you were absent from the locations where they took place. This is all for today's video. Thanks for your time. Tell us in the comments section where you are watching us from. Don't forget to hit the like button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and become a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Send this video to at least 2 friends or your favorite group chat to spread the love. Click on the video on your screen to enjoy more content on personality types. To stay up to speed with our latest videos, click the bell symbol. See you in the next one. Take care.